Hey there, sated travelers. Let me tell you a little story about an elephant that has gone rogue on one of my trips. It was my birthday. I got this beautiful gift to go to a sanctuary, meet rescued elephants in South Africa. And because it was my birthday, I got to ride one. Well, on this ride, the elephant decided that he is going to take his own trail, take the long way back, and when everything was said and done, I got back to the sanctuary and missed my flight out, which completely derailed the rest of my trip. I had travel insurance, so I said, hey, it's going to be covered, right? Wrong. I quickly learned that elephants gone rogue are not covered by travel insurance, which brought me to sharing some thoughts about travel insurance with you so you can make your decision if it's a good idea to get it for your trip and protect your travel investment. There are three things that travel insurance likes to focus on. It's cancellation, it's trip interruption and delays, and medical and evacuation. So what is cancellation? Cancellation protects you before you take the trip. So you put down a deposit, you book your flights, and then you break a leg and you can't take your hiking trip to Argentina. What happens? We work with you to see what we can get back. We work with the airlines to see what kind of credit they can give you back. But whatever is not refundable, you file a claim with the insurance and they send you a check for that remaining amount. So it has to be a covered reason. That is the magical word. What is a covered reason with insurance? Majority of the time, medical is a big one. You get sick, somebody in your immediate family gets sick, maybe you get laid off and you have documents for that. All of those small, detailed, fine print covered reasons are a way for you to file a claim with travel insurance. Not everything is a covered reason. You got tickets to a Taylor Swift concert and can't go on the trip? Sorry, not covered. You found out there are tarantulas in the Amazon and you're too scared to go now? Sorry, not covered. Or you're scared of COVID, or somebody in that country got COVID, or you read some COVID report. COVID is not a covered reason. Fear of COVID especially is not a covered reason. However, if you fall ill with COVID before your trip and you have it documented from a doctor, then you can use that as a claim to get your cancellation claim going. So the other thing was interruption. So interruption and delays cover you for while you are traveling. So you get to the airport and your flight is delayed and you're sitting at Atlanta airport for 48 hours and you miss your first Lima culinary trip that we put together for you, and you're really mad because we made the reservation at the top restaurant months in advance, but you missed it all, and now we need it to be covered. So of course we at Said Adventures will work with you to try to move the reservation or get you another table or get the chef to work with us. But if we can't, then I send you an invoice for the services that you missed, and that is your interruption claim or delayed claim for your insurance to give you a check back for those services. So that's interruption and delayed. And now the last one and the big one, the reason you really should have travel insurance is medical and evacuation. I have used this many, many times with my clients because something has happened. We go to remote places, we go to adventurous places, we go on expeditions, and things happen. I have had somebody fall off a horse and break her back and needed to be evacuated by helicopter. If she didn't have travel insurance, all of those costs would have come out of pocket. So it's really important to have evacuation, something in place for you. You know, there are Montezuma Revenge all throughout because people don't follow my tips and drink the water or drink drinks with their ice made from tap water, and they get sick and then they miss tours and then they, are affected medically and they need to see a doctor or have altitude sickness. There are so many different things that can happen to you and has happened to me on the trips. So when travel insurance comes into play, all of those out-of-pocket expenses, we get a little invoice going and you file that with your insurance and you get a check, 6 weeks later. So it needs to be documented. It needs to be all organized. And of course, we are here to help you with that when it comes to medical events during your trip. What else? Reimbursement. When you see that word reimbursement, it means that you will pay for things out of pocket while you're traveling and something happens. Then you collect all your receipts and the insurance covers you when you come back and you kind of fight for your claim. If it doesn't say reimbursement, something big like a medical evacuation, maybe it covers you for helicopter, things like that, then they will go ahead and pay it in advance. So there's no money exchanges from your wallet to the supplier. Travel insurance is expensive. It's between 5 to 12% of your trip cost. And based on your age, especially if you're 50 and over, it goes up dramatically. And also, if you have kids 17 and under, it's really important to kind of figure out what is included for them, because a lot of the times I can get them covered for free if there's an adult on the policy. So the last thing I want you to think about when you're picking travel insurance, comparing them, see what you already have. If you have your medical insurance, does it cover you internationally? If it does, boom, you don't have that. You don't need that travel insurance for medical. And also, what did you use to pay for the trip? If there is a credit card that has travel insurance included, such as Chase Sapphire, they have one of the best travel insurance policies on their credit card, terms and conditions. If you have something like that and you use that to book your trip, boom, you're covered from the start, and you don't need that secondary policy. If you have any questions about travel insurance, let me know. I have 101 stories on how we use travel insurance here at Sade Adventures and how it saved our butts many times. So happy travels and protect your trip.